Good morning, everyone. Today I'm on location here at Lake Barber. This is a nice little park area that has a decently sized lake that you can see behind me here. I'm just right at the start of the actual path that goes around it. In total, it's about 1.4 miles, and it's all paved and relatively flat. So it's nice, easy walking here, and it circles the entire lake, of course. And so I'm at the beginning here by the bridge, and there's like a little creek crossing. And then here's where the loop starts, so you can either go left or right with it. And I think today I'm going to go right. It's usually my typical route. I was hoping for a better sunrise, but it's definitely an overcast kind of day. There's a nice little kind of pull off here where I can see some waterfowl. And there's a little spot that's kind of like pulls off and you get closer to the lake and much more at ground level that I think would be really nice for getting some more kind of ducks and stuff. So recently here in winter there have been reports of like cackling geese, redheads, canvasback. There's been quite a few greater scaup here as well, and even tundra swan. So a lot of different things we can check out here, and I'm gonna hope for the best. But so I'm gonna go ahead and get started here, and we're gonna check out Lake Barber here for the day. Alright, so I've been here at this little pull-off like I said I was going to be at. It's been about an hour or so now of me just kind of sitting down here really and just getting some photo and video, of course, of all the myriad of ducks around here. So obviously, because the lighting's just full overcast, but there's luckily no wind or any kind of like motion blur. And I think it really helps to just not feel rushed, I guess, in that regard. But yeah, there's been quite a lot out here actually today. There was a flyover of a bald eagle, a couple ring-billed gulls, and then in the water at least there's been just several different kinds of ducks. I got to hear common goldeneye are in pretty good numbers here right now, and I got to hear them like vocalizing from a distance and everything. There's about 2 redhead ducks, and then a whole flock of about a dozen or so canvasbacks, which look kind of similar to redhead ducks, at least at first glance. But they're a beautiful diving duck that are kind of way off in the distance over here. And then some ruddy ducks. I think there was some bufflehead, quite a few of those as well. And yeah, I'm quite blown away with what's been here today. It's been quite the big variety. I think there is a couple of scaup that are out there or so, or maybe ringneck ducks, because they also kind of look similar from a distance. And I can't quite tell if they're lesser or greater scaup at the moment. They're pretty far away at least, but really everything's far away. So I will say that it's been quite a struggle to get some photos. I mean, you can, but it's just very distant, far away flocks, and they're very, very small in frame, and kind of grainy and just out of focus because of how far away they are and distant they are. So it's been kind of tough to get images, but I got some decent videos of some other ducks, I guess, going around the water and stuff, and as they kind of dive and forage and everything and just swim about. So yeah, it's been really, really cool to be out here. It's very just quiet, calm, peaceful, very, very nice morning out here. So it's been very productive, just seeing lots of different species of birds. I think I've got about 24 birds so far, which is pretty good for winter, I'd say, and only being here about an hour and a half. So pretty awesome to get that. So I'm going to keep going here, I think, and see if I can get some more close-up images of some of the birds along the path itself, at least, because it is nice being on this section right here, because it does kind of butt up against the creek there. You get a lot of migratory species during migration, of course, and all that, but there's a lot of thick brush this time of year. Right, I feel like you get a lot of different sparrows and even some woodpeckers on the taller trees, of course. And I've definitely been hearing and seeing quite a few. So I might just circle around the lake, like I said, once, maybe even twice, do the loop and see if I can get some cool images of some of the birds along the lake that aren't necessarily going to be in the lake, of course. But yeah, and this is pretty cool. So yeah, it's really neat to see all these birds out here. And yeah, so I'll make my way back up, and we'll see what we get for the rest of the day here. Alright, so I was making my way along this path here, and I should mention at least that there is several different businesses and private property and like lake houses along this path that you need to be aware of. But as long as you stay on the path, it's pretty straightforward and easygoing to get around the lake at least. But yeah, I got some closer up looks at some of the, I think some like female buffleheads and some of the goldeneye. That were kind of like closer to the edge of the water at least, and that was really cool to get that. Got some images that are okay, I mean, but it just isolates like a singular duck, and they're a lot more close up than I was at the previous spot I just left. Yeah, I think with that I'm going to keep going here. Yeah, I'm actually about halfway, I want to say, around it. The other section has a lot more like wooded kind of surroundings along the path there. And then it kind of clears out right before we get to the end where we started for the morning here. And so I think it's been pretty good so far. Yeah, I'm going to keep going here, and hopefully we get some more bird species and images. Alrighty everyone, that's going to conclude today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a fairly small park, as I said, just really that 1.4 mile walking path around the lake, and that's pretty much it. But it's really cool for waterfowl and bird watching in general, all times of year. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's really cool to see some bird behavior and some different ducks diving and foraging and just swimming around and everything. And to not interrupt them too, of course, not get too close to them, which would be pretty hard to, get in the water and do all that kind of stuff with all the gear. So it was pretty cool just to see them from a distance and appreciate them for what they are and what they're doing and everything. And so, yeah, I think with that being said, I'm gonna have some of the photos and video I took, of course, in this video, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll hope to see you in the next video. So this has been Lake Barber, and until next time, make sure to get out here. Thank you.